Hey, Nerd Nation. It's your boys, Kenny, Steve, and Amp. What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
Not much. Guys, we had a championship weekend.
Did we? Did
Yeah.
Did it even happen?
I don't know.
Was it even any good?
So, the Philadelphia Eagles destroyed the 49ers. And then the Bengals lost to the Kansas City Chiefs and the referees.
There you go. Making sure you got add that part in there.
I watched the game.
Yeah.
Guys, if you are here listening and watching, please give us. We're gonna get this out of the way. If you're on YouTube watching us, give us that like button. Go ahead and comment something. Subscribe. That way you get our episodes when they come out. If you're on Spotify, make sure you give us that 5-star rating. Trying to get our ratings up.
Leave a review. That helps too.
Yep, for sure.
You can say anything. You can say the sky is blue, and it helps the algorithm. It actually does. It doesn't matter what you say, as long as you say something in there. So
cool. So, guys, San Fran, Philly. Let's break it down.
The refs weren't great that game either. That catch by Devontae Smith, the non-catch
that led to a touchdown.
And when we have like the expedited reviews that they've been doing all the entire playoffs, how did they not catch that?
I don't know, man. I mean, I just feel for San Fran, man. How early I didn't watch. When I sat down to watch, Josh Johnson was already in the game, and I'm like, what's going on?
Purdy got hurt the first drive, I think.
Well, he only had 4 pass attempts.
Yeah. Well, 3 of them came after his injury.
Yeah.
2, I think.
It doesn't matter.
Was it 2?
Yeah,
whatever. 2 or 3 doesn't really make a difference. Yeah.
But that's all right because they were going to lose anyways.
So. Yeah. I mean, we all picked Philly, right? I think so last week.
No, I think I picked San Fran.
Yeah, he picked San Fran.
You did. Yeah, man. I mean, Philly literally, they just look unstoppable, man.
San Fran's defense number 1. I couldn't tell. They gave up 31 points, right? 31.
Well, they also the problem is that the offense could not sustain any drives.
But they couldn't. They didn't pass the ball at all.
But the defense still gave up 31. Doesn't matter.
But there was a couple points where I think Philly had the ball with like the shortest field, so they were like gimme touchdowns. But no, I mean Philly
also has an amazing defense as well.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hassan Reddick,
defensive player of the year,
God. Bro. I mean, no, but he's the playoffs,
he's gonna win defensive player of the year. He led the league in sacks, bro.
Hassan Reddick?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he led the league in sacks this year.
The conversation has only been between Bosa and Micah Parsons. So I don't know where you're getting
BRB.
Parsons was like 4th, I think, in sacks.
Sacks leaders this year. Okay, we don't all 3 gotta look it up. Hassan Reddick, number 1.
We need a cross-reference.
19.5 sacks. Hassan Reddick. Number 2, Nick Bosa with 18.
Is he even a finalist?
I've seen like literally yesterday. I was saying stuff like, "Hey, he's gonna win defensive player of the year." He's literally number 1 in sacks.
I'm looking at the odds right now. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in odds to win it.
By whose odds?
Where am I? I don't know what this site is.
Well, that's dumb because he led the league in sacks.
Okay, I'm
Where was Parsons? 4?
2nd. Oh, in sacks, I don't know.
Parsons had 5 less sacks than Hassan Reddick.
Listen, I don't make the rules, okay? I'm just telling you.
I'm giving you stats. I'm giving you numbers. You know, Vegas lies, men lie, women lie. Numbers don't. All right.
The fact remains, Hassan Reddick has owned the last 2 playoff games.
Best free agent signing,
for sure, man. He's been unreal. And also the play that Purdy got hurt on, they put a tight end on him. Like, come on, man. How about you put a real protection on him? So it sucks that San Fran went out that way. Honestly, big props to them. I mean, they completely could not move the ball when Josh Johnson came in the game. And then he got hurt.
I mean, we don't know if they could have moved it with Purdy either. We didn't get a chance to see it.
We don't know, but you got to believe that they would have done a little better with Purdy versus Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson is terrible, man.
I mean, McCaffrey was running it well. He was averaging, I think, 5 a carry or more, but
McCaffrey was carrying that team like he's been doing for the last 15 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah. He was carrying them. Also, the Philly wound up putting like everyone in the box and basically said, "Please throw the ball on us."
Yeah, because they knew that they couldn't.
And they couldn't. Yeah, they just couldn't.
Especially after Josh Johnson got hurt.
Yeah. He got concussed.
Mm-hmm.
So
they only put Purdy in because they had to.
That San Fran type offense, clearly you can put any quarterback in there and they do well, but clearly every quarterback gets hurt. For real. Look at San Fran.
Yeah.
Look at San Fran. They have 4 quarterbacks this year, right?
Yeah.
Trey Lance, Jimmy G, Brock Purdy, Josh Johnson, all hurt. Miami has the same offense. Tua Tagovailoa and freaking Teddy Bridgewater get hurt in the same game. All right. Did Skyler ever get hurt?
Yeah, he did get hurt.
Yeah, he did.
There you go.
He also got hurt.
Mike Glennon time.
That's why we had to sign Mike Glennon. Yeah.
Pros and cons. You can put anybody at quarterback, but they're gonna get hurt. So
and running backs apparently.
Yeah.
So what does San Fran do now for next year?
McCaffrey didn't get hurt at all this year.
No, McCaffrey.
I mean, I think he was banged up a little bit at one point before he got traded to San Fran. I believe he was.
I think so when he was still in Carolina.
But then
I think he had like a hamstring or a calf or something.
So to Steve's Steve's question, what does San Fran do going into next year?
Well, Brock Purdy's out for 6 months now.
Yeah, torn UCL.
Yeah.
My opinion is what I said earlier. They're going to roll with Trey Lance, and Brock Purdy will be the number 2, and they are not going to pay Jimmy G $15 million to come in here.
I still think Jimmy G's back next year.
I seen some trade rumors that they might try to trade Trey Lance to Washington.
Those trade rumors were made up by Washington fans. Those are the sources.
Hey, I didn't say what the source was. I just said I seen the trade rumors.
This guy's playing Madden over here.
I'm telling you, all right? You over here manifesting. I'm telling you. It was there's no credible source behind those.
But do you guys really think that they're one quarterback away from contending, or do you think that they're just good quarterback play away? Because it's 2 different things.
Well, they're a good quarterback away.
No, good quarterback play. Because Purdy is not a franchise quarterback, but he played well.
Purdy's not. No way.
Okay, no one here said he was.
I know.
No.
Don't get all upset. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Because I think that the quarterback isn't their only issue. I think they need receivers.
I seen that today now with the news of Purdy being hurt, whatever. The rumors of Brady have kind of come up a little bit.
Come back up.
Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I can see Brady. I think Brady's cheaper because these guys I don't know what their cap situation is, but it can't be the greatest.
No. Plus, Brady's a free agent, or Rodgers is not. Rodgers will command a trade. So, do you think they're going to trade more picks for another quarterback when they traded already 3 for Trey Lance?
I don't know. You know what sucks? They've been so good for so long now.
Yeah.
Can't get a ring. They've been to 2 Super Bowls, right? 2? They've been to 2.
They've been to 2, one with Harbaugh, one with
Shanahan.
Shanahan was the coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One with Shanahan. And then they've knocked on the door like several times, man.
Yeah.
Didn't they make it to the NFC Championship last year?
They've been making it to the NFC Championship. I feel like every year for the last 20 years.
Was it last year?
I feel like they have.
Maybe. I don't recall. But they've been good for forever.
No, it was the Packers.
Yeah, it was Packers in Tampa last year, wasn't it?
Huh. Yeah, it was. No.
What?
I got the wrong year.
Rams, man.
Yeah. Oh, Rams. Yeah, whatever. Same thing.
It was Packers Rams last year?
No, it was 49ers Rams. So 49ers have made it 2 years in a row.
Yeah. I'm saying they've been good the last 15 years.
Yeah, I was going to say that
because
the last 10, 15 years.
The Giants Super Bowl 2011, we beat them in the NFC Championship. They've been making it to the NFC Championship.
Wow, really?
Yeah. They've been making it ever since. They just can't cash in.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It does suck.
I think they need to get rid of Debo.
Why?
They need a real number 1 receiver.
They have one. Brandon Ayuk.
No, Ayuk's not a number 1, man.
No, he's like CeeDee Lamb.
He will be a number 1 on.
CeeDee Lamb is a number 1.
No, CeeDee Lamb's not a number one. CeeDee Lamb is a glorified slot receiver that he's a number one because his number two is Cedric Wilson and Noah Brown.
Cedric Wilson is on the Dolphins.
Whatever. Exactly. That shows you how irrelevant their receiving core is.
I think Brandon Ayuk can become a number one. Swear to God. Have you seen the guy? Like, his route running is insane. Insane.
He's definitely improved over the last, what is he, 3-year pro now?
I think he can become a number one, either with San Fran or with the New York Giants next year.
Like, Debo's a good athletic player, but he's not a good true receiver. He only has 2 receiving touchdowns this last season.
So on that point, I get you. Like, they need a true receiver.
Yeah, he's a gadget. He's a glorified Curtis Samuel.
Well,
I would say Curtis Samuel is a poor man's Debo.
Tomatoes.
Same thing.
Same thing.
But the point is, Debo is awesome. Come on, we're not gonna say that Debo's not great.
Yeah, but there's a lot of awesome players.
Well, I get Steve's point. They need a true receiver.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they need a true QB because they've been going through QBs every week.
Right, and that's kind of segues back to what I was saying, dude.
So what I'm hearing is Brock Purdy cannot be the week 1 starter next year. Right? Forget injury aside. Because he says he's going to be ready for training camp. He can't be.
If he didn't get hurt, if he's healthy, you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that Brock Purdy cannot be the week 1 starter.
Not over Trey Lance.
If both are healthy.
If all 3 are healthy, Jimmy G, Lance, and Purdy.
Then Trey Lance is starting.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. My point is, you guys are saying Brock Purdy can't be it. Brock Purdy can't be it. Like, if they want to make a jump, they want to win finally.
No,
Brock Purdy can't.
No, I don't think they have a quarterback on their roster that is.
That's what I've been
I'm saying
the last few weeks. I'm saying week 1, it won't be Brock Purdy because it can't be Brock Purdy. That's my point. It can't be him because this team is trying to win a Super Bowl. This team isn't trying to just be what they've been the last 15 years.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it could be Jimmy G either.
No, it can't be. Jimmy G's not winning the Super Bowl. We've seen him not do it.
I honestly don't think that it's Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance could be the answer moving forward, maybe a year or 2 years from now, but entering next year, no. I don't think so.
Trey Lance is going to be a bust. He's already
honestly,
a bust.
maybe they can cut. Maybe they can trade him. Maybe somebody.
Trey Lance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Washington?
We'll see.
I think
we just started a rumor, guys.
See, the crazy thing is, Steve would take him.
I would.
You would absolutely take him, right?
Maybe.
No, you would.
Why? I have Sam Howell.
Oh, God.
Okay, man. Sam Howell.
Sam Howell has shown more promise than Trey Lance, has he not?
He played one
game.
He
played one game in the monsoon.
How many games did Trey Lance play?
One game.
4.
No, he played one game.
Trey Lance?
This year, he only played one game this year.
He got hurt against the Bears.
Last year, he played a game or 2.
He played last year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he spot started because Jimmy G was injured. Okay, but I'm talking about him as the starter. He's played one game.
Correct. Like this year, he got hurt in week 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Week 1. I mean,
if we can get him
soon. It was that game where the Bears were sliding everywhere.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
The field was like 6 inches underwater.
Yeah. So
I mean, if Washington's going to get him really cheap, sure, but to waste like 3 or 4 draft picks to get him, no.
Yeah. It's not going to be cheap. That's the thing.
Why? Yeah. Why waste 3 or 4 draft picks on Trey Lance when you can?
He should be cheap.
We can waste 2 or 3 draft picks on Carson Wentz.
He'll be cheaper, but he's not going to be cheap. Like, you're not going to get him at a bargain. I don't think they still have he's still a prospect. You know what I mean?
I'll give him a 3rd and a 4th for him.
Yo, God, they will laugh. They're not going to. They won't do that. You know what I mean?
That's what he's worth.
You give him 2/3.
No, that was already a mistake for Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
All right. So Philly was dominant as hell, and
they're the best team. They're the best team. The best team won regardless. Yeah. So sucks.
So all right.
I don't want to see them continue winning.
I know, man.
You know they've been to I think 5s. No. How many
2 Super Bowls in the last 5 years? Is that what you're trying to say?
3 Super Bowls in the last in the 2000s, like in this century.
The one they won, and then the one lost to Philly, and then this one. I mean, the one they lost to New England.
Yeah.
and then this one.
But I think they've been to 5 NFC championships.
Well, Andy Reid.
They've been to a lot of NFC championships.
Yeah, they always were competitive with Andy Reid.
Yeah.
So
sorry, go ahead.
Get some revenge. Speaking of Andy Reid, let's switch sides to the AFC with the Bengals visiting Burrowhead.
It was Burrowhead.
It was.
It was Burrowhead.
It's called Referee Head now. That's what it's called.
It's called what?
Referee Head.
Referee Head.
That's what it's called now.
They lost to the Kansas City referees, not the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
So, first of all, I'm just my points from the game. First quarter, the Bengals couldn't do anything. The Chiefs dominated that game, right? The first quarter, but the score was only 6-0. Like Kansas City couldn't score touchdowns, right? So the Bengals are like, guys, if I'm the Bengals, we're playing like crap, but we're still in this game. And that's what it showed. The Chiefs never took full control of the game. The game was tied in the fourth quarter, and the tie didn't end or break until 8 seconds left in the game.
Yep. It should have been a tie at that point, but you know what happened.
Yeah, well, the Chiefs D-line, bro, the Chiefs defense was on fire. And you can't say anything about the refs on that point. They were. Frank Clark dominated that game.
I mean, we all know Cincinnati's O-line is trash, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. They're trash, and it's like, but they looked great last week.
What did they play last week?
Every other week they look great.
What did they play for real? I forgot.
The Bills.
Oh, that's right. Oh, the frauds. I mean, who doesn't look great against the frauds?
So what do you guys think about the game?
The NFL wants their golden boy in the big game. That's what it is. And I saw can't remember who said it, but like a credible page posted it about how like the NFL's aware that fans are kind of getting tired of referees controlling games.
So then what are they doing?
It's not fun. It's not fun to watch these games. After a conference championship game, the focus should be on Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, whatever. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about the refs.
No. Yeah.
Well, the NFL needs to hold them accountable then.
One thing is a questionable call in week 3, and then versus 3 questionable calls in the conference championship game.
I was gonna say even one thing is one questionable call.
Yeah.
But
like the Devontae Smith catch.
Yeah.
That's one, whatever.
The entire second half was like a lot of questionable calls, man. And you know what? It's overshadowing the fact that Mahomes, with one, bro, he was definitely hurt, man. Like he was hobbling, he was limping, and making freaking great plays. Mahomes was amazing. I was rooting for the Chiefs. You know, I'm the biggest Mahomes guy, but he played his ass off, and
with some help.
He didn't. Oh, okay. Helped by the refs. Fine.
Yeah.
But his top 3 receivers got hurt. He was throwing.
What's new?
Yeah.
All he had was Kelsey, who's hurt, and Sky Moore,
who sucks. And
MVS sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, MVS actually balled out. He played a hell of a game. He threw the ball to this guy named Camp. Never heard of this guy in my life.
I don't know what you're talking about.
On a crucial 3rd down play, and they couldn't run the ball. Isaiah Pacheco runs hard, but they just couldn't run the ball well. I think he only got like 17 yards or 20 yards or something.
They don't like running the ball either.
Mahomes is the man.
No, they don't.
He's the man, but we can't focus on that right now because the refs helped him out. That's why the refs help him out, because he's Patrick Mahomes. That's why the NFL wants. You don't think the NFL wanted Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl?
Of course, they want the ratings.
Yeah, but I don't think that Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, you also have a storyline with the Bengals. Everyone likes Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty. Like, I don't see why the refs favored the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Like, and let's say the NFL is scripting it or influencing it. You're still going to get good ratings with the Bengals.
Yeah, but everybody likes Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying he has haters or anything like that, but he's low-key. He is on the trajectory to become like the next hated guy. Like, because people always hate, like, why did everybody hate the next villain? Why did everybody hate the Yankees?
Good.
Why did everybody hate the Patriots or hated the Patriots?
Or
hate the Yankees because they bought all their titles. Hate the Patriots because they were cheating.
Because they win. So if the Chiefs keep winning, they're gonna become that villain. I mean, they kind of.
That's not true, man. Nobody hates the Warriors.
I hate the Warriors.
Why?
Because they win a lot.
They don't hate the Warriors. Maybe they're tired of seeing the Warriors win.
Same thing.
But nobody hates. I hate Steph Curry. That's not true, man.
I don't like Steph Curry.
And nobody's gonna hate.
I'm not crazy
Mahomes.
about Steph Curry.
Yeah, I don't like Steph Curry.
Okay, but you don't hate him.
I don't hate anybody.
Okay. Yes, you do. You hate Eli Apple.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't hate Eli Apple? But
my point is, there's too much money behind Mahomes versus Burrow. How many commercials can you name that Joe Burrow in versus how many commercials can you name that have Pat Mahomes?
Burrow doesn't have a single commercial, does he?
Yeah. No, Mahomes is the moneymaker, man.
No, I know.
He is.
But damn,
Mahomes fits the image of, this is the nice little buttoned up NFL player versus Joe Shiesty smoking cigars.
He's more marketable. That's what it is.
Right.
They don't care about marketing the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals might have a story. Like the Bengals have a story, right? But they market players. They're marketing Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? You don't market the team. You market players.
They also they're hyping up the Kelsey Bowl a lot too.
Right.
Exactly.
Travis Kelce, Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid.
Yeah, Andy Reid facing his old team now. Like,
yeah. No, I mean, yes, the storylines definitely benefit having the Chiefs.
Plus, who has been making the NFL money the last 5 years?
Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe, like, if you take a look at the most watched games over the last 5 years, Mahomes has got to be in a majority of them.
Exactly. Like that's why they want Mahomes in the game. But whatever, man. It's all rigged. I hate it all. I hate sports. It's all rigged. I hate it.
So
I think they need to finally just bite the bullet and get full-time refs, permanent refs that know the rules, that like ref all year round and practice and, do everything that they're supposed to be doing so we can stop having all these games with just shit calls that ruin it, especially in the playoffs, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Or like you should be able. I get it. They don't want to slow down the game, but you should be able to like challenge. Like in the NBA, you can challenge calls.
Yeah,
you can challenge calls in the NBA. Like you should be able to challenge certain calls.
Even in hockey, you can too.
I believe so. Yeah.
They'll take a second look at certain plays and be like, oh yeah, that was hooking, or that was this, or that was that, and then they'll call the penalty and put them in the box. So why can't they do that with plays in the NFL?
Because the NFL is still operating like it's 1979.
Yeah,
that's why.
You got this douchebag in New York radioing into the game to tell Tony Romo, oh yeah, that's definitely a penalty. And then the ref say, yeah, there's no flag on the play. Let's play third down again. Like what?
By the way, speaking of Tony Romo, people have really soured on him.
Yeah,
people are roasting him.
Well, people like saying like his like way of calling games was like cool at first, but then it kind of gets like I guess boring or annoying. But people love Greg Olsen.
Yeah,
people have
Greg Olsen's the new like flavor of like everyone's on him now.
But people hate Tony Romo now. I'm like that's I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention to like the whoever calls the games unless it's like Joe Buck.
Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah, Chris Collinsworth. Because he's just so monotone.
That's what people were saying online. They're just like, we dealt with Chris Collinsworth and Joe Buck for years. Shut up and enjoy Tony Romo.
Yeah, honestly.
Collinsworth literally ruined the helmet couch. Like he shows.
It was Collinsworth or Joe Buck?
Either one of them. I can't remember who it was.
They're probably together.
Whoever called Aikman. It was boring. Like those, you'll see the most incredible plays, and they're like, "That's a catch for a first down." Like,
well, a lot of people were complaining during the wild card week it was Herm Edwards, not Herm Edwards. I'm sorry, Tony Dungy. It was Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy and
Tony Dungy's like 80 years, like 90 years old. What's he even doing this?
I don't know, man.
Tony Dungy's been around since the NFL started. Like he needs to. Shit, almost.
I miss Chris Berman.
Yeah. But anyways, we have our Kelsey Bowl, our Super Bowl matchup lined up. So
first NFL Super Bowl with two black quarterbacks starting.
I saw that too.
Two brothers facing apparently. which I thought that's happened
Really?
before. I saw a tweet today. It was like, I can't remember the Kelsey's mom's name. They say it's Donna. I don't think it's Donna, but like whatever. First mom to have two sons play against each other in the Super Bowl. I saw that today. So I swear, like we got the Harbaughs.
We had the Harbaughs, yeah.
And I think you've had brothers on the same team.
I
think you've had brothers on the same team, but I don't think you've ever had two brothers face each other in the Super Bowl.
Oh, actually, I'm looking at it now. Yeah,
that's pretty
They're
cool.
the first brothers to play. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so
considering how much nepotism there is.
Yeah, right. On that point,
I mean, that's difficult, but yeah.
2 weeks out, what are our predictions for the Super Bowl? They might change over the next week, but as of now, tonight on Monday night, January 30th, what are your predictions?
My prediction on the way it should go, or my prediction on how I think the NFL will make it go?
Oh, okay. Kenny, who's going to win? Who's going to win, man?
There's a difference.
Conspiracy theorist.
No, it's not. I'm being serious. The NFL's not going to let the game get out of hand.
I mean, I kind of agree with Kenny though.
They're not.
But we've seen Super Bowls get out of hand before.
And you don't think they learn from that?
You want me to give my take first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think me personally, I think Philly is going to win. I think Philly should win because they have the better roster. But I think the NFL is going to have Pat Mahomes and Kansas City win.
I think Philly should win. I feel like Philly should dominate.
You're right.
But I think Philly still wins, but the NFL keeps it closer.
The NFL keeps it.
The NFL,
yeah.
They're going to call in. So,
yeah, because nobody wants to see a blowout by halftime. They're going to turn off the game before Rihanna's performance.
That's true.
Well, right after. We all want to see.
Oh, yeah, right after.
True. I agree with the fact that I think the Eagles will win. Just because, I mean, first of all, they are the most complete team. They are on a rampage right now. And the Chiefs are hobbling into the Super Bowl, man. Like, the injuries are piling up. And it sucks because, like, I want to see Mahomes win another one. I hope they win. I will be rooting for the Chiefs.
You know what kind of sucks, too, if he does lose? Like, even though Brady has lost 3, right? Brady has lost 3 Super Bowls. He's won 7, right? Mahomes will kind of fall into that LeBron.
I was gonna say the LeBron,
you know what I mean, where you're in like in a few years we'll start bringing up like, well, he's lost 3-4 Super Bowls. Like, yeah, he made it there, but he's lost 3 or 4.
Yeah.
You'll start falling into that. Even if he wins 2 or 3 of them, you have to win more than you've lost, right?
Mahomes is what 1-1 right now.
Yeah,
and like what's LeBron's? LeBron has
4.
3 or 4. Yeah, he's 4 and 4 now, but like, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. But for the longest time, he was like 2 and 4 or whatever. So,
no, it's a good point. I mean, I will be rooting for the Chiefs. I want
Andy I want the Chiefs to win.
Revenge. Oh, you do? That's because we all hate Philly.
Yeah. I don't want Philly to win it. Listen, for years, I was able to say they had 0 rings. For years, like almost my entire life. Now they have 1. I can still say they only have 1.
But they're about to get a second in 5 years or however. When was it? 2019?
2017.
That's when they won?
Yeah. How many Super Bowls does Washington have? 2 or 3?
I think
3. 3 Super Bowls, but 5 championships. They won 2 before the Super Bowl existed.
We're not counting those.
The Giants have 7 then. This guy.
All right, I'm just saying.
Prehistoric times.
Steve's counting everything.
Yeah. There's literally only like 5 teams in the league back then, buddy.
So what? It's not our fault.
But
so we all think Philly will win, but we all want the Chiefs to win.
Yeah. And besides hating the Eagles, I want the Chiefs to win because I don't want I want to see greatness. Like, I want to be able to say like let's say Mahomes does become the GOAT one day. Like, I want to be able to say I've seen it. You know what I mean? Like, have no argument against it. So I want to see him win so I can see that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure. So speaking of of Mahomes and everything, let's say they lose, right? What do you think they need to do? Or I mean, obviously post game we'll get it. Well, okay, they needed this, but what do you think they need to win this game?
To win this game?
To win this game,
receivers healthy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mahomes needs to get a bionic ankle implanted in the next 2 weeks.
He has 2 weeks. I think he'll be fine. But they have no receivers. Juju got hurt.
Did you hurt his knee, I think?
In the game?
I think so. They said he hurt his knee.
Because I feel like I just didn't even see him.
I don't remember. Tony got hurt by himself.
Tony.
He literally planted his leg and his ankle crumbled. And then
McCole Hardman got hurt.
Yeah, McCole Hardman. Yeah. Like, you need those 3 guys to be able to go.
And you know what they need to do, to be honest? They just need to focus on stopping Hassan Reddick. Yeah. Because you cannot
easier said than done.
I know.
Like I said, he led the league in sacks.
Hit, man. You cannot let Mahomes get hit like that, or else the game's going to be over real quick. And we're going to be watching Chad Henne in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, we'll see. I don't know. Yeah. I want the Chiefs to win. The only cool thing, I live in North Carolina, right? And we don't produce a lot of NFL players here, but there's an Eagles player from Hickory who it would be nice to see him win a ring.
Who's that?
Landon Dickerson.
Landon Dickerson?
Yeah, Landon Dickerson.
The offensive lineman, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Center, I believe. No, center is Kelsey. He's a guard. He's a guard. Yeah,
dude, talk about that offensive line too, man. They're both awesome. Lines are awesome.
They're awesome. So, but they kept him off sides. I mean, like false starting all game. Johnson literally every single snap, he was moving before the ball was even snapped.
Apparently, they missed a lot of those.
Apparently, it's been going on all season for all offensive lines. And apparently, the defensive lines have been trained now. Don't look at the ball. Like before, you used to look at the ball when the ball is snapped, you move. Now, like I think it was Michael Parsons that put it. Like they're teaching them like, look at the guy lined up across from you. When he moves, you move.
Offensive lineman or defense?
The offensive line. Like when the offensive lineman moves, you start moving. Because if you wait for the ball to start moving, the guys are already set. Like they're already dropping back and everything. So, because
that's what they're telling D linemen to watch the O linemen.
Yeah, don't watch the ball anymore. Watch whoever's lined up across from you. So
thank you, Steve, because he
completely that's
it. I was
like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, but we got you. Yeah.
Steve got me. You could have got me. So yeah,
you just kept talking.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense because if the O lineman moves first, then it's gonna be a false start.
Yeah,
anyway,
but that's bad. That's what I'm saying. Like the fact that it's such a known thing now, and like they're not correcting it. Like they're not calling these. It's an offensive league, I guess.
But I mean, we were talking about this in the group chat, man. The league is just not good right now.
It's terrible.
There's a lot of things that need to change.
Yeah, man. I honestly think the biggest problem, two things. Actually, as I say this, that list grows. But one main thing is the injuries, man. The amount of injuries that are piling up on teams. They're playing an extra game. They should have given them a second bye week or something, right? During the regular season, because there's just way too many injuries. Also, these guys are playing on turf a lot, and the players have complained. Stop putting us to play on turf. Put us on grass. And the players are pissed because NFL said no.
But
a lot of teams,
once they have grass, then they're gonna start complaining about how
it's
not maintained or whatever, and that will lead to injuries as well.
But think about this, man. When we were kids, there were all these ACL injuries were not this didn't happen this often.
It was prominent.
It wasn't as prominent.
But
now,
I think that also has to do, besides the turf, I think that has to do with how
practice.
Well, practice and stuff, but also I think how the athletes have evolved. I think how how we talk about how like players now are so much faster and stronger than the players in the 90s or in the 80s, right? That also leads to more injuries. Like being stronger, being faster leads to more injuries. Like not even like because of contact. I'm not talking about because
they're non-contact injuries.
I'm not saying you're getting hit strong, hit harder, but like your body literally not breaks down, but like you ever seen like a player when he gains a lot of muscle really quickly, he starts getting injured a lot more. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like
you're overloading your frame.
I feel like a lot of these injuries are happening just because like the way like athletes have evolved as well.
They are bigger and faster. Yeah.
I mean, some of that. I did a research study for some of this when I was in college because of my degree for exercise science, and we did talk about ACL injuries in sports and things like that. And a part of it is because of the turf, because when you plant into turf, your foot kind of locks into place, and that's what the players are complaining about. There's no give to it like in grass or dirt. But also a lot of it too is just the natural body biomechanics of each player and the way that they train, incorrectly, things like that. A lot of it leads from or stems from too much focus on quads and less focus on hamstrings and glutes and things like that.
And the sad part, not sad, but like the annoying part is like the NFL's like counterpoint is they've shown stats to show like turf doesn't lead to more injuries. Like the same amount of players like are getting hurt and on grass than they are on turf. So,
but also think of it: these guys play in high school. There's definitely grass. They're not playing on turf, right?
I mean, not always.
Most of them.
Turf.
Yeah. Most of it's grass. In college, I'm gonna assume that most of it's grass. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's probably the same as like the NFL, like 50-50 or whatever.
So my point is that the injuries are piling up, and I don't remember my second point because we've gone on a tangent. But the like we talked about the QBs. It's Mahomes and Burrow, and then it's a drop off.
Yep.
And Allen is third, and then who? Trevor, Herbert,
Hurts this year.
Hurts this year, yeah. But
Nate, forget even QB play. Forget QB play. Teams are not good. Like there's 2 or 3 teams that have top talent, and then not everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you have talented players here and there, but there are no good teams. I don't know why.
It's kind of becoming like the NBA, man.
Yeah.
Like the NBA is very top heavy in historically. Like an 8th seed is never beating a number 1 seed, even though it did happen once, like 10 years ago in the NBA. But like a 7th seed is not beating that 1 or 2. They still haven't beaten a 2 seed. Dolphins came the closest, and you know what I mean. I don't know, man. I think the NFL needs to revisit a lot of things going on.
But somehow,
roster size.
Somehow, even with these shitty teams, these shitty games, today they announced that the cap went up. I think like 30 million because the popularity of the NFL is booming. Somehow,
yeah.
How?
Because there's also legal sports betting across the whole country instead of just Vegas.
Yeah,
I don't know how many states, but.
Did you hear that Washington has become the first pro sports team, definitely first NFL team, maybe first pro sports team to have a sports betting lounge within the stadium?
That's great.
That is great.
See, that scares me, man.
Yeah.
That much betting and money coming in through gambling, like, and then they want us to think that the NFL is not rigged. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think... Like,
they're literally sponsored by DraftKings.
Yeah, literally, man.
And Caesars and MGM and all those other ones.
See,
so it's tough, man. But guess what? We still all watch it. We all play fantasy football. We can't gamble.
Fantasy baseball is better than fantasy football.
But
put it on a t-shirt.
That is a whole. We should put on a t-shirt actually.
Yeah, it is.
And we soak it all up, man. We still watch. I mean. And the NFL is as popular now as it's ever been.
How?
I don't know, man. Because I don't know. But I think
because they stream Thursday night games globally now on Amazon.
I guess
that's part of the reason why they did it. If you have Amazon Prime, no matter where you live in the world, you get Thursday night football.
Yeah.
And now Sunday Ticket is going to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you don't need a satellite.
We're getting satellite before. For NFL Sunday Ticket.
No? Yeah, you need DirecTV.
DirecTV.
You just need a Wi-Fi. It's an app.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, they have the app now.
It's an app. The NFL Sunday Ticket app. Yeah. So.
But don't you have to have DirecTV?
I don't think so. I don't know. I never.
Does your sister? Did she have? DirecTV?
She had DirecTV, but I'm saying I don't know if you need to have DirecTV to have it.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I don't have it.
I don't think so.
All right, guys. That's a wrap. Championship games were not as as not as
Exciting.
fun or exciting as the other games in the playoffs. We got 2 weeks off.
But at least we got an amazing defense that's going to be playing, which is the Eagles. And that they were the number one scoring offense, the Chiefs, this year?
Dude, Mahomes was his MVP, man.
Like I saw, I think it's like only like the second or third time like the actual number one scoring offense has made the Super Bowl.
Both number one seeds too.
Yeah,
I thought Philly was the number one offense.
I guess not,
because they showed a stat yesterday that showed the 49ers were.
Sorry,
49ers were number one in everything for defense, and Philly was number one for everything in offense.
When I was in the gym today, it was the ESPN was on. It was talking about how the Chiefs were the number one scoring offense, and they're like the first or like second or third ones to make it to the Super Bowl.
Maybe they weren't number one in scoring. Maybe they're number one in everything else.
Actually, I'm looking.
I don't know what they were basing it off of. I'm guessing just average scoring or total scoring.
Points per game. Kansas City is first. Philly is second. Right about. Oh no, they're tied for first.
There you go.
So they must have done some tiebreaker to say that they were first.
Yeah.
So.
All right,
guys.
Hopefully, it's just a good game. Just give me a good game.
We need a
good game because it's a good game.
Yeah.
Not a good game because the NFL wants it to be a good game.
I hope that the NFL is like, listen, refs, call the game correctly, right?
I hope that they're on us. Chill out.
Right? They're on to us. And let's scale it back, right?
Yeah.
I know, man. We do not want to be discussing referees for the Super Bowl.
It'll ruin the game in the long run, man. You know what I mean? So hopefully they calm it down.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next week. We're gonna have to come up with something to talk about.
Yep.
Because there will not be any football.
maybe we can do like a Pro Bowl breakdown. Yeah.
Who was the best dodgeball player?
Who won like those little skill things they're gonna be doing?
In other sports, we have the NHL All-Star Game coming next week in Sunrise, right next to us. Next.
Isn't it this weekend?
It's this weekend, like this coming weekend. What else was it?
NBA trade deadlines
NBA trade deadline is coming up.
It's like two weeks away.
Baseball is in less than 60 days.
And if you were baseball, we have like 20 days until the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, true.
Hey, man. America's pastime, all right? Don't disrespect baseball, okay? Fantasy baseball is
boring.
Better than fantasy football.
It is.
I'll die on that hill. So
it is definitely better.
It is. Much better.
All right, guys.
Fun. So much
That's
fun.
a wrap. Episode 62 in the books. See y'all next week. Take it easy.